I'm getting messages from all over the place because obviously, you know, with what I've done now, okay, you guys saw Matt lose 100 pounds in 60 days. Okay, so anybody, that's the whole thing. Anybody that's around me is going to lose weight. Simple as that. Especially if their mindset is to lose weight, especially if they have a strong why where they want to lose weight for all the right reasons. So Matt ended up going home, and I hope that he does as good as he can. Okay, he could gain all the weight back. Okay, he's in the same environment. Was he here long enough? Like I said, no. Did he hit a new low weight that was his lowest like for the last 5 years? No. Okay, that's why I wanted to get him down into the 300s before, like, at least. But now, so we got stuff in the works with Maya getting help for me coming here. Okay, things in Matt's environment. Okay, when he was doing Uber. Okay, literally he gets paid every lift he makes and he just goes and eats after he got paid. Okay, do you think if there was a situation where you had to actually wait 2 weeks to get your paycheck, do you think that would have made him eat less? Yeah. Okay, Matt came here, lost 100 pounds. Same guy that was fatter than hell in that environment. Okay, came here, lost 100 pounds, goes back home, environment has changed. Okay, but if I was a betting man, would I bet that if he's posting his weigh-ins, he'll probably keep going down in weight. But I know his motivation. Okay, his motivation, you know, if he's very competitive, if there's somebody else if he sees somebody else that he thinks that he should be doing better than them, losing weight, he's going to lose weight. Okay, some people have a motivation to where they need to lose weight just to save their life. Okay, that wasn't Matt's motivation. Okay, there's some people out there where their motivation, if they don't lose weight, they're dead. Okay, Matt still had age on his side. Okay, there's people that where the motivation to lose the weight is, like for him, there's going to be motivation that he just couldn't get a job. There was a large financial motivation with him. So we got things in the works with Maya coming up here, but we might do it a bit different. You know, so like, Tori, it's you know, like it's too bad Matt had to leave, but was I going to be like, okay, like he was waiting for me to make the call. Don't kid yourself. He didn't just pack his bags. Okay, he was waiting for me to make the call even when afterwards when I realized his sister was like probably worse than even was made out at the start. All right, so that's why he's gone. And now we're just continuing on. All right, so I don't reach out to anybody. Like Maya got a hold of me with you know what, when she got a hold of me is when she seen Matt throw up on Instagram that he's leaving here. Bang, she messaged me like that. Hey, I'm coming to Canada again. Okay, like I was actually getting settled in to take a little break. But it's like, let's go. Let's go. See what happens. Okay, it's in the works. We'll see how it goes down. Yeah, like I said, Matt wasn't here long enough. All right? Like, I want him to keep chipping that scale down, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'd be like, you know, like, okay, if I was a betting man and there was Vegas odds against it, okay, I wouldn't be holding my breath that he's going to keep cutting weight. Because the environment now is the same. Okay, he's back to the same environment. He wasn't here long enough to really grill shit into his head. We were still in what I would call phase one, just dropping weight like crazy. We didn't even have a chance to eat like a meal a day at maintenance or anything. Okay, it's just the way it pans out. But the positive that came from that, he did lose a shitload of weight. There's a chance that he could keep it going. And other people seen what went down. Other people seen, well, this is how to get weight off people. Okay, it's not just about diet and shit. And that's what Matt originally did when he got on the plane and got here. Okay, just flip. You got to flip your lifestyle on its head. Okay, that's what Maya wants to do. Okay, and then when one really fat person's losing weight, it's so motivational to anybody watching as well. See, I know that. That's why when I'm getting weight, whether it's Matt, whether I'm trying to help Matt cut weight or Maya cut weight, and it's documented and she's making YouTube videos. Subscribe to her YouTube channel, check it out. She's still got big followers from when she first lived with me. And no matter who it is, it's going to get like crazy motivation stirred up amongst everybody. Okay, like you got 60 days of entertainment out of me helping Matt. 60 days of insane entertainment. Crazy weight loss. Okay, Matt was on Matt was in hibernation mode for 4 days straight before he had to go. If he wouldn't have had to go, I believe he would have made it to 12 days we were going to do. Okay, Matt's tough. Okay, never take that away from him. The guy's tough as nails. Okay, if Maya comes here, we're not going to be doing that kind of routine. We're going to be settling into a longer duration routine and watch the calories, and she probably won't hardly do any prolonged fasting. Okay, so whatever the person can do without breaking them. Okay, as long as the weight's going down and as long as it's never taking a bounce up. Matt was a good example. His legs are massive from carrying so much weight that it's swinging his legs out. So his thighs are fat and he's got stupid amounts of muscle on his lower body. Okay, he'd want to lose muscle. Lose muscle. Okay, fat people don't need to worry about any of that shit. Okay, you just need to get weight off. Okay, where's your weight log? Okay, you need to be in an environment where somebody's weighing you every day? Then get in it. Okay, that's really what I was offering. That's it. Truthfully, if somebody was there with Matt right now, where he lives, and got him to get on the scale every day, somebody that just basically was there to slap the food out of his mouth, he's going to lose the weight. It wouldn't even have had to be me. But most people wouldn't commit to that kind of a situation. Okay, people forget about, like, you know, the sacrifice that I put in to that. Okay, I got way more skin in the game than the fat people I coach when I'm taking them in, putting that much time in. Are you kidding me? It's not even comparable. They just got to show up. All right, but that's the thing. Nobody will do that. Like, that's the problem. Okay, who's doing that? Okay, is Eric Burglar taking in a 600-pounder into his home? No. That's how you're going to get the crazy result. You got to babysit these fat pigs, basically. And you got to go long enough and hard enough babysitting them that they get to a crazy low body weight where they won't come back from that low body weight. And have enough time to build those new habits. And I'm not going to lie, everyone was always saying, what's going to happen when Matt goes back home? Well, right now, good chance he might gain all the weight back. See, Maya's in a good situation right now. You know, Matt's a married guy. She's a single girl. She can just move around. Plus, she lived with me for a year before. Okay, even when Matt was here, you know, was he missing home? Yeah. But because he was missing home, would he have stayed here the whole duration? Yeah. All right. So like that's something. If your environment you're in to get morbidly obese is that bad, and you're calling that home, you make a new home. Okay, you leave and never come back. Like, I'm talking people that are like deathly fat. You leave and never come back. There is no going back home. Okay, I got sick of hearing that. Okay, where Matt does that, he hasn't left that place his whole life, basically. But if he's gaining weight there and he's got to make a crazy lifestyle change and take his wife and just move right out of that place somewhere else, then he's gonna have to make that choice. How bad do you want to get weight off? You gotta recognize that you have an environmental problem. Okay, I talked about this already. People are still asking. Okay, like, Matt had to leave because his sister, that's 20 years older than him, that's like his second mom, that he basically hadn't spoke to for 8 months because they actually had a spat. They got a hold of Matt the other day, and she's got breast cancer, and it's bad enough that her lungs are filling up with water, so it might even, I don't know yet how bad it is. They needed to hook a drain up to her. And she might have to move into Matt's house. All right, so Matt, there was definitely some guilt there as well, because he hadn't spoke to her for a while. But yeah, he didn't quit. All right, Matt's tough. He's tough. Well, of course he's tough. Look, he lost 111 pounds in like 60 days. Okay, we were grinding the weight off like crazy. You guys see the weigh-ins. Okay, I wouldn't be able to do that with Maya, right? Okay, we're coming at it at a different aspect with her. Okay, she has more time than Matt too. Like, she could stay. She could just move to wherever she wants. Okay, and put in that time. As long as the weight's always dropping, it doesn't matter how fat you are, it's always going to be fast weight loss. Like, if you got, like, say 250 pounds to lose, and you can lose that in a calendar year or even 18 months. That's insane weight loss. We need to get it off. Okay, you got to get all the weight off, and then that way too, when you get slim, and plus you're pulling the food down and you're restricting the protein, you're gonna just chew up loose muscle or loose skin like crazy. Matt said he was literally bringing food to fat asses that were almost as big as him. I'll tell you, Matt, if Matt had no cell phone, he would probably lose 300 pounds. His biggest vice mostly is anything involving that cell phone. Okay, we don't even have to dwell in the specifics of what people are using the cell phone for. So if I lend money to somebody and they still haven't paid me back and they're getting fat, they're gaining weight, that's an insult, because obviously they're not trying very hard to pay you back if they're gaining weight, because they still gotta buy food. If anything, Matt being here motivated the shit out of people. We're gonna keep it going. I really want to keep dwelling on this environmental shift. Like, that was obvious. Like, as soon as Matt got here, he starts losing weight. Okay, like, am I doing anything that's really magic with the person that was here? No. No, with him, I know his limits. I know how hard I could push him on some of the hardcore stuff. But just being here and me holding him accountable to getting on the scale. That's what it comes back to. It was just a wicked environmental change. It was a wicked environmental change. Like, you guys understand, when Matt came here, he was like broker than broke, all right? Okay, I want you guys to understand that the amount I helped him out a lot. Okay, I'm gonna not even sugarcoat it. He would have lost his house if it wasn't for me. All right? He would have lost his house if it wasn't for me. Okay, so people that are trying to say I'm doing this to make money and shit. Okay, I blew so much money, it wasn't even funny, but it was worth it. It was worth it, because at the end of the day, what I got out of that, even though he had to go home early, was just to prove my point. That this is an environmental problem first and foremost. The food is simply a side effect of other issues. And that's now from this point on. When I'm gonna see that, okay, you can get weight off a person if you can flop their environment on their head. That's where the coaching's going. There is no more. For example, let's say Maya, we were talking about it. Is she gonna do, like, we have a goal, you set a goal, how long, how aggressively do you want to try to lose the weight? Something that you can sustain. Every person's gonna be a bit different, how fast they can go. So you set a goal. Okay, I would need to lose this many pounds. Let's set a goal where you could hit it. And what does a diet have to look like to hit that goal? And then you like, okay, this many calorie a day, consistently, we'll probably hit that goal. So with her, if we're playing around with something sub $1,000 a day, okay, if you don't know, she has had bariatric surgery, which it's funny because back before, if I was coaching someone with bariatric surgery, would almost avoid it, because I didn't want the bariatric surgery to get the credit for the weight loss. But I've changed my thoughts on that. This just proves bariatric surgery doesn't work. Because obviously, she got bariatric surgery. She was up as high as 500 pounds. After the surgery, she was heavier. She was gaining weight, because you could still, even though she's a light eater in the sitting, she could still eat all day long. All day long. Matt he's not even that heavy of an eater in a sitting. Okay, I could eat Matt under the table. All right, in a sitting, under the table. It was because he'd be working and he'd go to the fast food joints like 4 times a day. Eat like 2,000 calories every time he stops in, starting at breakfast. It was just an accumulation of it. So even for Matt, if I told him when he left here, I'm like, you know what to do, man. You know what to do. Look at the result you got. You know what to do. And I told him, well, if you stick to a meal a day, even if the calories get a little higher on the meal a day, chances are your size are going to be running a deficit. He knows what to do. I got him to cut the fat out. He's not scared of pulling the protein out of the diet. He knows what to do. Okay, if he doesn't, that's a whole other thing. He wasn't here long enough, but he knows what to do. Okay, but even with Maya, like, as far as the macros go, I don't give a shit how we hit that calorie count. Maybe one day it'll be God knows what. Maybe one day it's some canned this, and maybe it's Maybe it's a hot dog and a bun and some relish or whatever. Maybe, like, as long as we can count it. If you can't count it, don't eat it. If you can't count it, don't eat it. For example, like Maya, we got this in the works. She shows up here. We start losing weight. Just like with Matt. Matt loses weight, everybody loses weight. Maya's losing weight, everybody's losing weight. Whoever I'm coaching directly is losing weight, everybody's losing weight. Okay, the other 500-pound people that catch wind of this and they see the fat person losing weight that I'm with, they're going to be losing weight. I coach one person to coach a million. Okay, you guys realize that Maya's channel, I started it. Okay, it was because of me that it's got any followers on it at all. Matt's is the same, all right? Okay, I built these channels, all right? Okay, it doesn't make a bit of difference. In fact, I even told Matt and Maya if we didn't even have social media, just having starting pictures and finishing pictures would go viral. You don't even need the channels. That's to appease you. Okay, that's just entertainment. Okay, Matt losing that weight, nobody gives a about anybody. Nobody cares about Matt. Okay, most people just don't care. It's entertainment. Okay, it's entertainment. Okay, even Maya, I told her, like, if her channel gets whacked, like Matt's channel got whacked off the internet, yeah. Okay, it got whacked off the internet at the end. It was gone, done. Didn't make a difference. Okay, I would have just funded the whole thing right to the end anyway. Okay, I would have just funded the whole thing until he was skinny and we put the before and after pictures up and it's viral. Okay, you don't need YouTube or the internet to make money as when you get a crazy result. Even I told Maya that. She loses that weight. Okay, there's gonna be people that pay an arm and a leg to live with her. Arm and a leg. Okay, you don't need YouTube, you don't need any of it. It's just a story it's just accountability. Okay, for her, that channel makes her money. Okay, her channel is gonna make money because now she's getting involved with me, and if she starts losing weight, that's what's gonna make her money. Okay, I've made more people crazy money than you can shake a stick at. All right, I sacrifice stupid amounts of my own money to help fat people lose weight and make money. Because I live very minimal. I live very simple. Very simple. Okay, I need most of the money I make, I just try to put back into this whole thing. I've done that for years. Do you guys have any idea how much money I spent on that first fat camp? Do you have any idea? Over that year, I spent over 100 grand. The house rental, all the money I was coughing up, okay, over 100 grand. Over 100 grand. The first person that I had come there was Maya, then there's other people. That house was $6,000, $5,500 a month, just the house. All right? And what did I get out of that? Lots. See, at the time, you look at things like they're a failure, but it's all a mindset. Because now look. Okay, we're back. You just never give up. It's just action. Okay, how much money do you think I blew on Matt being here? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now. Okay, USD over the years that I've given Matt money to make videos and shit to get shit spooled up on his channel, we're talking like $10,000 USD. All right, like that's the kind of money I blow on this shit. All right? Okay, it doesn't matter to me. I live so simple. Matt knows what he needs to do. Like I said, his environment now is similar to it was before. He wasn't here long enough. Okay, I want Matt to keep going in the right direction. Okay, but only time will tell. You guys see, people, that's the problem with people. They don't understand where I come from. Okay, like when I have Matt here and he's here, like loses that weight, it's fun for me. The whole thing, like seeing people transform their bodies, that's fun. That's why I do this. Okay, that's why I do it. That's why I've been doing it for years. It's fun for me to see somebody shrink. That's a crazy thing. That's nuts. Especially if you can get why do you think I've been trying so hard over the years to get a really fat person skinny? Because it's never been done. Everybody, there's like, I was talking to Maya, and there's like literally one woman, One woman on the internet that I know of that was actually close to 500 that got down to like 150 pounds. One. Okay, I'm not even interested in the weight loss when somebody's fat and gets down some weight. I want to see him get skinny. Okay, and I'm not going to give up until I get that. Okay, I'm going to keep thinking of ways to help fat people until I get somebody that's super fat that gets extremely slim. Because that is awesome, all right? Okay, I believe Maya can do it in my presence now, and she's a different person than back like 5-6 years ago. I'm a better coach. Okay, I know that where the mistakes are. I'm always trying to think of ways. How can I get weight off these people? And where am I making mistakes? Where did I do wrong? What do I change? Was it not worth it? Was it not worth it to have Matt come here, even though I coughed up a bunch of money to have him lose that 100 pounds in 60 days? Of course it was worth it. You may not see it, but I see it. Because what happened? Okay, I got 1 million fat people that want to come do this now. And my goal as a vision is, okay, how do I show fat people where the real problem is? Okay, now we got another person. Okay, we got, like, there's so many. Like, you guys have any idea what I could actually charge? You guys have any idea what I could charge for somebody to live in with me? Like, people are offering me $10,000 for a month, all right? Okay, but I'm very select on the person that I want to help to motivate the masses. It's about the masses. Okay, if Maya, if that didn't happen for some reason, I would look for somebody else. I would look for somebody else. Because I have 100% confidence if somebody is in my presence long enough, and it doesn't even matter how fat they are, they're going to lose all the weight. Okay, that's how good of a weight loss coach I am now. If they're not in my presence, they're not in my environment, then it's a coin toss. Matt definitely did. Basically, people are saying Matt made an excuse with his sister. He didn't, all right? I made sure. Matt wouldn't have went anywhere if I didn't think that was a serious situation. He wouldn't have been going anywhere. He couldn't even afford to get home. Okay? He couldn't even afford to get home anyway. It was bad enough that there was somebody that was asked for money to fly him home, to throw money in, that person that gave the money was not giving them a dime. All right? Okay? So don't say Matt took off. He didn't take off. He was looking for me to give him the go ahead the whole time. Okay, now that he's back in that environment though, you know, him keeping going in the right direction, it's a coin toss. Okay, he's not here. I have no control over that situation anymore. So it's done. Okay, it's on him now. Give Matt some credit. Okay, he lost 111 pounds inside of 60 days. And there's say, oh, that ain't hard when you're 600 to start. Are you kidding me? 111 pounds as a percentage of a 600-pound man is insane. As a percentage of his total weight is insane. Okay, it'd be similar. Let's pretend you cut it in half. So instead of being 600, okay, it'd be like somebody that was, you know, maybe 300 losing 60 pounds in 30 days. Insane. Insane. Okay, the man is tough as nails. Okay, you have no idea what I was putting him through in the short term to cut fat. And I could get that aggressive with him because he's that tough. And because I was in his presence 24 hours a day. You have no idea. Okay, give him some credit for the result that he got while he was here and shut your traps.